Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thanks for this occasion. In this time, I will present about the project 3 demo presentation. Let me introduce myself. My name is Eko Setio Wijanarko, and there are three members, consist me, and first is Arga, Diaz, Prawira, Yudha, and the second is Sayudha. In this our project 3, we have developed the E-Canteen. And the first is background that living in the current area of information of technology development, the provides convenience in various fields. In line with this, the human resources are needed to utilize their abilities in all fields, and also need a tool to that facilitate human work so that is more optimal. The tools must be in accordance with the current era of development, and even have to follow this era development, so that human can use these tools continuously, easily, and efficiently. Therefore, we expect a tool that can last for how many periods and best existing or future problems. The first is the definition of a canteen. The canteen itself is online system canteen service in a school and universities that are served online order of item with non-cash transaction using scan card via RFID or barcode as a validation. Why we use canteen? Because the canteens help students to stay enthusiastic when doing lessons, because it can help improve mood and food needs. And then why we use the online transaction on also non-cash payment method? Because based on a survey of the Bank Indonesia in 2013, we have a non-cash value of transaction volume and nominal is different that 39.7% at the volume and 58.3% at nominal. But in 2018, we have a more different value nominal. At the non-cash, we have an 60.1%. At the non-cash, it have a same value with transaction volume and transaction nominal, and the cash is only 39.9% in this transaction volume and the nominal. And then for the problem is trivial problems in educational support places such as the existing canteen problem. And then the unorganized queues. The third is payment that are quite complicated for both sellers and buyers. And then the last is feelings of unfairness in the term of service are point that need to be considered. So the solution is why we create this E-Canteen is to create the online order system and a transaction. All the items at the canteens can be seen and ordered via online with the organized. So all the information of the canteen is provided in this online system. And then the second is we make it cashless or non-cash. So all the transactions are using non-cash payment method. So all the transaction, all the order item and user use is the point by top up of the user into the canteen. The purpose of this E-Canteen is first is facilitate the transactions between student and sellers in the canteen. Second is improve the development of canteen service in school or universities with the latest technology. Third is adding insight and knowledge about how easy it is to make transaction with online application and other latest technologies. And fourth is optimize window shopping activities so as to reduce the crowds in the canteen and speed up the purchase. The last is reduce student feelings of unfairness in terms of existing surveys. Then for the demo project, in this section is the login part of a canteen before we can see the content of uh, each canteen. We must log in first. For the dashboard, after we log in, we can see the store of the canteen itself. We have here is the recommendation if we want to use a filter of the location, for example, like in the gedung sipil or maybe in the gedung mesin, we can use a filter. As here in the dashboard, we have two recommendation of the canteen itself. In this section, we have a name and the location of the canteen itself, and then the item that is recommended in this canteen have a content price and also the location of the canteen. Next is if we click the item, we can see a description, all information about the item. For example, in this description of roti enak digoreng, and then also the ingredients in this food. We back to the dashboard. If we want to make a wish list, we can click a wish list. We can click a wish, and then for the wish list is here. We just only save the item that we want to buy or something we like that. We can add or remove them, and then if we want to go to the chart items in this section, it's adopt like a Gojek or GoFood system. We only have one transaction in one canteen, in the same canteen, so we cannot create a same transaction in a different canteen. So in this section, as we can see in this Toko Jaya Abadi, we have these several items. With several items, we can go to the chart to check out. If we want to add another item, we can click and we go to the dashboard again to add the another item of the from the Toko Jaya Abadi, and then we click checkout. It will be show the total of the amount that we must to process in this section. It also show a saldo point that we must top up before we need a transaction in the canteen. In this time, we have a total the 31,000 rupiahs, and we proceed. It will be so the transaction is success. Now we can take this order item in the canteen itself. So we don't need to queue. We don't need to like we 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 pay this item with cash. So we just need to go to the canteen and we can check our order that has been successfully uh, pay with our non-cash method. And then if we go to the profile, if we don't have a saldo point, we can top up this. For example, this we top up so 150,000 rupiahs. We can use transfer with a bank account, and then after we finish the transfer account, we can upload the proof transfer into this to make a proof of our transfer. If we if our transfer is proof successfully upload, it will next will be verified by admin of the canteen that we prove the transfer is successful. For example, in this time we can as we can see is transaction success of detail of the history transaction, the top up of the user. Okay, in this time is as a group credit. In this group we have three contests of member. The first is Arga, Diaz, Prawira, Yudha as a front end development, and Brian Sayudha is a back end developer, and me Eko Setio Wijanarko as a UI or UX design. Okay, thank you. I think it's enough for us. We apologize if there are any mistakes. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.